Samsung's next foldable secret may have just slipped out, and it could change the part of foldable phones everyone has been staring at for years. Not the cameras, not the processor, not even the hinge, the display itself. New reports point to a possible Galaxy Z Fold 9 screen technology that could make the folding area more flexible, while keeping the panel tougher everywhere else. It sounds like a small engineering detail, but this could be Samsung's answer to the pressure building around foldables right now, especially with Apple reportedly preparing to enter the category. And that's not the only thing hiding beneath the surface. There's also fresh talk about the S Pen making its way back to the Fold lineup one day. I wasn't supposed to treat this as anything more than another display rumor, but when you put all the pieces together, Samsung's next move becomes a lot more interesting. The Galaxy Z Fold 8th generation has apparently landed extremely well for Samsung, with reports of major pre-order momentum in certain markets. The company has finally made its book-style foldable feel slimmer, more modern, and more like a premium device people actually want to carry every day. But success creates a new problem. How do you follow a foldable that already feels like a major refresh? According to industry chatter, Samsung's answer may be a new display construction called CTG, short for Center-Etched Thin Glass. You might also see it referred to as Hybrid UTG, with UTG meaning ultra-thin glass. Today, we're breaking down what this leaked technology is supposed to do, why it may not be ready in time, whether buyers even care about a smaller crease anymore, and how it connects to an even bigger question. Can Samsung bring the S Pen back without giving up the thin design that helped make the new Fold stand out? Here's the central claim behind CTG. Instead of making the entire protective glass layer equally thin, Samsung could thin out only the section that repeatedly bends at the middle. The surrounding portions would remain thicker and more rigid. Think of it this way: the display would have a specifically engineered flex zone, while the rest of the panel retains more of its structural strength. That matters because folding screens face a difficult balancing act. A panel needs to bend thousands of times, but it also needs to feel solid beneath your finger. Make the glass too thick everywhere, and folding becomes harder. Make it too thin everywhere, and you risk sacrificing the confidence people expect from an expensive device. CTG is reportedly designed to address both sides at once. By reducing material only where the fold happens, the center could move more naturally. Meanwhile, the untouched areas could potentially contribute to a more durable, more rigid overall display. In theory, that could mean better long-term reliability and possibly a less noticeable crease. But notice the key phrase here: in theory. This is still early technology according to the reports. Samsung may be exploring it for next year's Galaxy Z Fold 9, but development is not the same thing as a finished product ready for mass production. There is a huge distance between a promising lab concept and millions of phones surviving real-world use. And there's one problem that could be especially tricky. If you selectively remove glass material from the center, that transition has to be incredibly precise. Otherwise, the screen might not look perfectly level from every viewing angle. A slightly uneven surface may be visible under certain lighting conditions, exactly the sort of flaw that becomes obvious on a flagship phone once reviewers start filming macro close-ups. So yes, this leak is massive. But it's massive because it reveals Samsung's direction, not because it guarantees the Fold 9 will ship with this technology. Here's what they don't want you to overlook. Samsung may be working hard on the crease, but the crease might no longer be the reason most people decide against buying a foldable. A few years ago, it was impossible to ignore. It was one of the first things people noticed and one of the easiest criticisms to make. But current foldables have improved to the point where the center line usually disappears during normal use. Unless you're deliberately searching for it in harsh light, especially with the screen dark, it tends to stop demanding your attention. That doesn't mean improvement is bad. A flatter screen is absolutely a premium touch. It helps the hardware feel more refined, and it gives marketing teams an easy visual win. But buyers don't purchase a smartphone based on one close-up image of its center display. The Fold 8 excitement appears to be about the complete device. The updated, passport-style shape, the reduced thickness, and the sense that Samsung has delivered a foldable that looks distinct rather than merely revised. That's the bigger lesson. Take the Oppo Find N6. Recent comparisons suggested its crease looked shallower than the one on Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. That is a serious technical accomplishment, even if the precise testing details behind that comparison aren't fully clear. But a shallower fold line alone hasn't created the same level of attention surrounding Samsung's latest fold devices, because consumers weigh the entire experience. Design, comfort, software, battery expectations, brand confidence, the feeling that the product is worth its price. One specification can help, but it rarely carries the whole phone. And this becomes especially important with the rumored foldable iPhone Ultra. Leaks have repeatedly indicated that Apple wants an almost imperceptible crease. If Apple pulls that off, expect dramatic advertisements, slow-motion product shots, and endless comparison videos. But an exceptionally flat display won't automatically make a first-generation foldable the better purchase. If it arrives with compromises in battery endurance, heat management, durability, or software readiness, then the crease becomes just one part of a much larger equation. So if Samsung gets CTG working, it shouldn't be treated as a magic trick. It needs to be one ingredient in a stronger Fold 9 package. The more important upside of this rumored glass technology may not be visual at all. It may be confidence. Even as foldables continue growing, durability remains the concern that holds many potential buyers back. People understand the appeal of carrying a compact phone that unfolds into a larger workspace. They love the idea. What they aren't always sure about is whether that device will feel dependable after months or years of use. That's why tougher displays matter. Samsung has already emphasized stronger hardware in this area, including the Flex titanium hinge used in the Z Fold 8. If CTG can make the screen more resilient while preserving easy folding, it could help move foldables from an exciting niche into a more practical daily driver category. And the timing is important. One recent Counterpoint Research market outlook projects global foldable shipments exceeding 100 million units by 2027, with nearly 30% year-over-year growth. That forecast explains why the competition is becoming more intense. Samsung can't rely on being the familiar foldable name forever. A growing market attracts more attention, more manufacturers, and more pressure to solve the remaining concerns. With Apple expected to make its foldable move soon, Samsung has every reason to push display engineering further, even if the crease is no longer the #1 complaint. The best outcome for CTG wouldn't be people saying, "Wow, I can barely see the fold line." The best outcome would be people forgetting they're using delicate experimental technology at all. Now this is where the story gets even more interesting. For a large screen folding phone, S Pen support seems like an obvious fit. A fold gives you a spacious canvas for notes, documents, sketching, edits, and multitasking. Yet Samsung's recent fold models have moved away from that capability. The reason comes down to space. An S Pen needs a digitizer, hardware that recognizes Samsung's stylus input. That component occupies room inside the phone, and Samsung has been chasing a slimmer fold design. Removing the digitizer helped the company reduce thickness, which has clearly become one of the defining priorities of the current generation. But Samsung hardware executive HS Moon has suggested the door is not closed forever. When asked whether an S Pen could return if digitizer technology becomes smaller, Moon's response reportedly indicated that Samsung is continuing to investigate technologies that could bring digitizer and stylus functionality into a thinner design. The wording was not a Fold 9 promise. It wasn't even a timeline. Still, it matters. Samsung knows there is a group of users waiting for the S Pen to return. The company appears to be looking for a way to satisfy that audience without losing its advantage in thinness. So, will the Galaxy Z Fold 9 get CTG or Hybrid UTG? Right now, no one can say for certain. The technology reportedly faces real manufacturing and display uniformity challenges, and Samsung may decide it needs more time. It's working on the durability question, it's exploring ways to refine the display, and it appears to be keeping the S Pen conversation alive behind the scenes. The crease may be the headline, but the real story is whether Samsung can combine a tougher screen, an ultra-thin body, and eventually the productivity features Fold fans have been asking for. Would you rather Samsung focus on making the crease nearly invisible, or bring back S Pen support even if the phone gets slightly thicker? Drop your answer below. And if you want the next Galaxy Z Fold leaks the moment they surface, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The Fold 9 story is only just beginning. Goodbye.